Alright guys, so this morning I'm going to go out and photograph some harvester ants that are in my backyard. Now, the cool thing about these ants is the fact that they're everywhere in my yard. Probably got about 4 or 5 mounds out here. There's some black ones, there's some red and black, and some red ones. Now the red and black ones seem to have a little bit of a sting to them. But I'm going to go photograph this mound out here, which is about 3 or 4. Now, the nice thing is that macro, I love all aspects of photography. I shoot commercial, advertising, portrait, wildlife, any part of nature, but I really enjoy macro the most. So a lot of my equipment is designed, or a lot of my purchases of camera equipment is based around macro photography. So I want to get back into shooting macro and get back into shape, and so what I'm going to do here is practice on these ants out here. Now generally ants move pretty fast, especially midday, but I'm out early in the morning, which is relatively cool, and so these guys are a little bit slower this morning, so they're not quite moving as fast. So let me give you a view of the ant mound here. Okay, so a little bit about the camera. I have a Canon 7D Mark II here, and I have the angle finder, the Canon Angle Finder C on there because I know I'm going to be down low with these ants. I also have some knee pads on, which I'll show you here. So I have knee pads because, again, I know I'm going to be down a little bit low. Going to be down a little bit low. I have the Canon Macro Twin Light MT24EX. And I really like that macro light. It has 2 lenses, 2 flash units here, and they're powered by 1 unit here. The cool thing about this is that you can adjust these lights around any place that you want. Now, I also have it on the Really Right Stuff macro ring and extenders here. I'm not sure. I'll leave all the information in links below so that you can find this stuff. But these telescoping rods here, they can expand out so that you can put one light out further than the other. This ring allows the lights to rotate around the camera in any position they want. So you can set up anything. And this unit here allows you to adjust, I think it's up to 5:1 or 4:1 ratio. So it's kind of nice. Let me get down to it and show you my way of photographing ants. And again, I'm working in the backyard because of the COVID virus that we're all locked down. And the nice thing is that I have plenty of macro subjects out in the backyard, so I can come out here and shoot every day. But I want to practice everything because right now it's springtime and wildflowers starting to bloom in the desert, and I'm going to be heading out pretty soon to go shoot stuff out by myself in the middle of nowhere. But I want to practice in the backyard so that I know I have all of my techniques down. So let me set you guys down here and I will get down and start shooting. All right, so hopefully you guys can see everything here and I'm in frame. But I'm going to power on my flash unit here. Now, oh, I'm sorry, the ratio is actually 8:1 it goes up to on this flash unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the ratio back to 1:1, or pretty close. And I'm going to set and make sure everything works. It will if I turn the camera on. There you go. All right, so got a rather long shutter there, so I'm going to go ahead and go to manual, and I'm going to adjust my shutter down to 320, actually 250, and then bring my f-stop up to 8, and I just want to see what type of picture I'm getting out of this. And again, practicing in the backyard is important because you forget stuff like this right here. All right, so got my lens cap off now, and that's what you get for not looking through the camera. But I just want to make an exposure here. I'm not so much worried about the focus. I just want to see this exposure-wise. Okay, so it looks like it's working. So now, unfortunately, like I said, these ants tend to bite. And so I have to get down low to them and adjust my lights so that they're on them. And now I'm going to focus in on the anthill here and see exactly where I'm at. So probably the hardest part about macro really
It's just getting stuff in focus. Okay, so there. Now, let's see how these look. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my camera to 1:1, then I'm gonna rock in close enough so that I can photograph these guys up close and personal. So again, like I said, the hardest part, especially when you have a camera that is as heavy as this is with all the flash unit on it, is just getting things in focus. So there are my ants. So, guy pulling a little rock. So I have my one hand down on the ground, and that's sort of what I'm moving the camera around with, is my left hand here on the ground, and that's giving me my focus. Now, as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go back to this right here. Yes, because I'm down low enough with it. Now I probably look like a desert stink bug here. So here's an ant trying to get a seed out of the way. Now, the nice thing about this is that my lights are just about balanced with the sunlight, so I'm actually gonna crank it up a little bit to bring my ISO up to about 11, because the sunlight is a little bit bright on them. So, and then, oh yeah, that guy looks good. And he actually dropped the seed to move a rock out of the way. Hello, Tiger. I was wondering how this shadow got in my way. This is my dog, everybody, Tiger. Hello, buddy. He's outside. Are you telling me you want to go in? Is that what you're telling me, boy? Huh? Hi, sweetie. Okay. Yes, so it's so funny. I was shooting, all of a sudden this dark shadow came over everything. I'm thinking, what the heck is that? And here it is, my dog. Hi, bud. All right, well, let's, but yeah, there you go, bud. You got to move so I can get up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my dog inside. All right, yeah, let's not trip me up. So we'll be back in 1 sec. All right, guys, I'm back. Oh, sorry. My tether is not long enough here. So I'm back. I actually got my eyepiece for this camera. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on because I'm gonna get down low, and so I'll just use the back viewfinder, not the angle finder today. Now, even that little bit of time, these ants are looking like they're moving a little faster because it's starting to warm up. And as it warms up, they'll get a little more faster. You'll notice that I put some elbow pads on so that when I get down low here, I have some protection. All right, so let me see here. I want to zoom in all the way so I get as close of a shot as possible. Now, again, I'm working on manual focus. So what I'm doing is I'm moving in and out with my body to focus. So here's the guy. And I'm looking for mainly ants that are facing me, that are doing something constructive. Seems to be a bottleneck at the hole there. They definitely are moving slow. No doubt about it. So, I'll probably sit out here for a little while longer photographing these guys. All they're doing now is just clearing out their hole, digging, and moving seeds away from the hole that got in the way, or things that got in the way. So, you know, plenty of subject matter here. But this is one way to practice in the backyard. I mean, you know, we got all this time, and you know, there's two things that I'm doing now. I'm working on photos in Photoshop, Lightroom, and Topaz, and I'm also going out in the backyard and practicing anything I wanted to practice. Like yesterday, you saw that I was practicing with long exposures with the clouds. And we don't really have clouds in the sky today, so I don't know that I'm gonna do that. But I definitely have enough macro subjects out here to practice with. So I'll continue photographing these ants for a little while longer. Let me see how the last picture looks here. Yeah, and I think I'm going to change my ratio a little bit to 2:1 on the same side as the sun. So that way my lights balance with the natural daylight that's coming. So let's see. Find my guys here. There they are. And just by slowly rocking back and forth, you can find these guys around. Here's a guy that came out with some rock. Yeah, so they're starting to get a little faster. Generally, these guys like come barreling out and just drop the stuff outside, you know. They're hard to track. And early morning here, they're moving much slower. Plus, there are a lot less of them. It seems like, you know, they have some that like to rest and sleep in, and others that get up early. All right. So anyway, like I said, you know, you're out here, you might as well go ahead and practice some stuff in the backyard if you can't get out and shoot what you really want to do. I mean, as a landscape photographer, it'd probably be a little bit more difficult. You probably have to resort to macro or smaller things to photograph, but all of this adds to your ability to make a nice picture, whether it's macro, landscape, portraits, commercial work, studio lighting. All of that helps you develop a sense of how light plays across the subject and how to get a nice shot. So anyway, hopefully it's helpful for you. If it is, please do like and subscribe. Appreciate it. I really like to get this channel going because photography is my first love. It's always been my life. And hopefully I have enough to share with you guys. Other than that, hopefully you'll see me soon. Yeah, I see you trying to sneak up on me.